I'm Savannah Reed with the Special Education Department in LCISD. And today I'm going to be sharing with you some strategies to enhance student engagement in your classroom. Sometimes our classrooms look a bit like this. You might have one student thinking about the horses in their pasture and what they're going to do this weekend. Another student might be thinking about the big track meet after school and how they're going to pull off the win. Then you might have one student actually paying attention to the lesson and engaged in learning. We want all of our students to be doing this, but how do we do that? Let's explore. First, you need to be familiar with the levels of engagement and what that looks like in your classroom. The green section represents high engagement. These students have high attention and high commitment. They will persist in the face of difficulty and learn at high and profound levels. The purple section represents strategic compliance. These students are only learning for the sake of grades and will not retain what is actually learned. The orange section represents ritual compliance. These students have low attention and low commitment. They are learning at low and superficial levels and only doing the bare minimum to avoid negative consequences. The maroon section represents retreatism. These students have no attention and no commitment. This will look like a student laying their head on the desk or simply doing nothing. Rebellion is the blue section. These students actually have diverted attention. They're being disruptive and taking away attention from the rest of the classroom. We want to increase our green sections of our classroom. How can we do this? Let's look at some strategies. This handout comes from teachertrap.com and has some really great ideas. One you can try using is a graphic organizer. This is a great way to show visual representation of what is being learned. The students can create and complete the graphic organizers to organize their learning in a graphic way. They can also be applied to numerous content in different areas of learning. A graffiti wall is a great way for students to be creative. They can show what they're learning through words or pictures, and it makes a great display for your classroom. Experiments are also another way that you can engage students in your classroom. It uses their natural curiosity to learn through investigation. Let's look at some ways to transform your boring activities into some more engaging ones. Get rid of that old math fact worksheet and use their competitive drive. Implement a game that practices math facts. You don't have to copy definitions to learn vocabulary. You can use the strategy of jigsaw. This strategy allows students to learn a smaller set of vocabulary and then teach it to the other students in the group so that they eventually learn all of the words. Memorizing grammar rules is out the door. Allow your students to create a song or a poster that shows what rule is being covered. Then they can present to the rest of the class and everyone learns in a fun way. You can also get rid of copying notes. Instead, make them think outside of the box. Use a simulation to create a new world. They can use the features of government to apply to this new world, and everyone has fun while learning. When you're planning your activities, you can make sure that the activity is engaging by using this checklist. First, make sure there's real-life connections. You also want to make sure to give the student control and choice. Your activities should be challenging but achievable. You also want to make sure to arouse their curiosity and allow for collaboration, because you know they like to talk. Also, it's beneficial to have experiential and hands-on activities, and always make sure to incorporate higher order thinking. Use these tips and you're sure to have a highly engaging classroom.